for the very first time, breaking his silence over everything that you have seen during the Lok Sabha elections, is the RSS chief, Mohan Bhagwat. Now, he takes center stage. He is speaking about a lot that has happened during the campaign, vis-a-vis the opposition, also on the results and on the way ahead. He also speaks about Manipur for the very first time. I'm just reading bits of what we've heard from him so far. He says, ladies and gentlemen, election is a process to build consensus. He says we must be able to hear all sides in parliament. So he's acknowledging the fact that you have an opposition. It's important to even hear their voice. And all this in the middle of a lot of conspiracy theories that have been, doing the round, saying that did the RSS really help the BJP? Did they really back the BJP during these elections or not? On your screens are more details, more big highlights of what you've heard from Mohan Bhagwat, and the very important fact where he says, Sevak is never arrogant. So who is Mohan Bhagwat talking about? What is the message that he's wanting to give? And do remember all this coming in light of not very long ago, you had the then BJP president, JP Nadda, also speaking about the RSS, where he said that there was a time when the BJP was dependent on the RSS. But today he said that the BJP has grown up. It is the world's largest political party. We have a lot of members and we are not dependent on the RSS. So look at everything in that perspective, and we are now playing out highlights of Mohan Bhagwat speaking for the very first time since the Lok Sabha election results.
चुने क्यों जा रहे लोग संसद में जाएंगे, बैठकर अपने देश को चलाएंगे, सहमति बनाकर चलाएंगे। हमारे यहाँ तो परंपरा सहमति बनाकर चलने की है। मर्यादा का पालन करके जो चलता है वो कर्म करता है, लेकिन कर्मों में लिप्त नहीं होता, उसमें अहंकार नहीं आता कि मैंने किया, और वही सेवक कहलाने का अधिकारी रहता है।
And in this same address, remember, that came in from Mohan Bhagwat, he is also speaking of another important threat that we have all seen during these Lok Sabha elections. Lot of fake news, lot of fake narratives. And he says that the dignity of the polls was not maintained.
टेक्नोलॉजी का सहारा करके असत्य बातें परोसी गई, नितांत असत्य। क्या शास्त्र का, विज्ञान का, विद्या का ये उपयोग है? लेकिन आधुनिक विद्या, टेक्नोलॉजी का उपयोग असत्य परोसने के लिए किया गया। ऐसे से देश कैसे चलेगा भाई? आखिर सबको देश ही चलाना है ना। ऐसा जब चलना है तो चुनाव लड़ने में भी एक मर्यादा होती है, उस मर्यादा का पालन नहीं हुआ।
So he says चुनाव लड़ने में भी एक मर्यादा होती है और उस मर्यादा का पालन नहीं हुआ. Is that a message just for the ruling dispensation or also for the opposition? Remember, all of you can have your views on that, but he didn't just stop here. He's also spoken about one core issue that we have seen, the opposition literally picking up day in and day out the issue of what's been happening in Manipur. And he says that why is it that the situation there still is so volatile? He's also asking that who is responsible to ensure that peace prevails in Manipur. Listen into more of what we've heard from Mohan Bhagwat.
अब 1 साल से मणिपुर शांति की राह देख रहा है। उसके पहले 10 साल शांत रहा। पुराना गन कल्चर समाप्त हो गया ऐसा लगा, और अचानक जो कलह वहां पर उपज गया या उपजाया गया, उसकी आग में अभी तक जल रहा है, त्राही त्राही कर रहा है। कौन उस पर ध्यान देगा? प्राथमिकता देके उसका विचार करना ये कर्तव्य है।
And as expected, this is exactly what the opposition wanted to hear. They said we were saying this, that Manipur is not being handled properly, and they're also using this opportunity right now to attack the government. And the opposition alleges that all that Mohan Bhagwat has said so far is only and only meant for the BJP.
जैसा कहा गया मणिपुर के बारे में, मुझे लगता है कि सरकार को बहुत पहले सचेत होना चाहिए था। देश के कोने में हिंसा हो रही है, अपराध किए जा रहे हैं, बलात्कार किए जा रहे थे, और वहां की हिंसा को रोकने के लिए केंद्र सरकार ने कोई कदम नहीं उठाए। उसका भी दुख हम सब लोगों को है, लेकिन अब उनके खुद लोग बोल रहे हैं तो जरूर सरकार इस पर संज्ञान लेगी।
What the RSS chief Mohan Bhagwat ji indicated is the disappointment and the disenchantment of many BJP RSS workers with Prime Minister Modi. Many people in the BJP and RSS simply do not recognize this party anymore. This is a party built around the cult of Prime Minister Modi and Home Minister Amit Shah. This is not a party of values. So these are seeds of dissent. But as I said, I doubt if Prime Minister Modi would pay any respect or heed to the instructions and advice of Shri Mohan Bhagwat ji.
Well, I welcome his statement from the bottom of my heart because Manipur is a part of India. It's an integral part of India. And when we see our people suffering so much, it is extraordinarily disturbing for all of us. And this is something we have been asking. The India Alliance has been asking for the longest time that let's have a discussion, let's form a good committee with all party, let's visit, let's give Manipur the confidence. Everything doesn't get solved with a gun. You need love also with it.
बोलिए सरकार को हटाइए, बोल के क्या होता है? मणिपुर में क्या हो गया, कल कश्मीर में क्या हो गया? मोहन भागवत जी आदरणीय है, बोलते हैं, लेकिन सरकार तो उनके आशीर्वाद से चल रही है ना, बोलने से क्या होता है?
मुझे खुशी हुई मोहन भागवत जी का ये बयान सुन के कि उन्होंने कहा कि मणिपुर में इतने अरसे से ये मसला हल नहीं हो रहा है और वायलेंस चल रही है। और उनको भी महसूस हुआ कि बीजेपी ने 10 साल में बजाय पोलराइजेशन के और कुछ नहीं किया और ये जो तकसीम करने की पॉलिसी है ये ख़त्म होनी चाहिए। आज की डेट के ऊपर जो मैंडेट मिला है, लोगों ने समझ लिया है कि मासवाए इसके कि एक मजबूत अपोजिशन मुल्क की पार्लियामेंट के अंदर हो, तब तक मसला हल नहीं होगा। और उम्मीद है कि अब चूंकि जो सिलसिला शुरू हुआ है, परसों उन्होंने हलफ लिया है और नए सिलसिले में शायद वो दादागिरी नहीं चलेगी।
So the opposition, as always, saying, we told you so. We'll track that story and much more for you, as it's time for us to thank you for watching us right now. But on the other side, we'll also shine our spotlight on what is Rahul Gandhi doing. He, remember, has now reached Rai Bareli. This is the Abhar Sabha that he's addressing right now. More on that when we come back. CCTV footage that has been accessed by Times now, and this is very close to the crime scene now that has been accessed. This is what we see on our screens. We let Deepak explain to us what is visible and how important, Deepak, is this CCTV footage that you've been able to access for us. What does it tell us?
Now, there have been, of course, various forms of, details that the cops are looking into in terms of evidences that can, in fact, connect and, lead to the, people who've been now taken into custody and them to the crime. Now, the CCTV footage, of course, form an essential part of the investigation. These are some footages that the police have been gathering, and the suspicion that, the vehicles that are going in to that particular stretch of the road, they are vehicles which were which had this particular victim in question and also the accused, and they were traveling together as a suspicion. Showing these sort of CCTV footages to some of the people, questioning, of course, continues. There's also the call log of the victim as well that's being looked into, and the recent calls that were made based on which some of the people have been questioned. About 13 people will be produced very soon in the court where I'm right now at. And after which, of course, the police will try and, question them further in the next few days to try and ascertain, who are the main people who are behind the crime, and who are the ones who wanted the crime to be, taken up, and who are the ones who actually try to cover it up. So these are all details that the police are trying to get hold of, because the people who now are in custody are people who they believe have carried out the murder, who've tried to dispose the body, cover it up, and also the people who try to identify this individual, bring him to Bengaluru from Chitradurga as well.
I think the next few hours very critical. You will see the medical test and then also what the court decides, what the court sees, all the evidence so far. I'll thank quickly Neha and Deepak for keeping us up to speed with those details.